Alien ship crash. The sky over Earth burned with streaks of fire as a colossal alien spacecraft tore through the atmosphere. Its descent created shock waves that rattled windows miles away and set off car alarms in the nearest cities. Clouds churned violently, torn apart by the sheer force of the object plunging toward the surface. From a distance, the massive hull glimmered, a strange fusion of metal and energy, reflecting the sun's fading light in iridescent streaks. Before anyone could react, the spacecraft slammed into a deserted valley, creating a crater hundreds of meters across. Rock and soil were thrown into the air like a violent explosion, leaving a plume of smoke and dust that obscured the surrounding mountains. The ground trembled for miles, and small tremors raced through nearby towns, a silent warning of what was about to emerge. The alien ship's massive doors slowly creaked open. A deep, resonant hum reverberated through the valley, and the atmosphere seemed to thicken with energy. Hundreds of biomechanical creatures began to emerge. Their bodies were tall and humanoid, fused with metallic plating and glowing energy cores. Their limbs were long, elegant yet terrifying, and crystalline spikes jutted from their shoulders and backs. Their eyes gleamed with a cold intelligence, scanning the terrain, as if assessing Earth and its inhabitants for conquest. One of the lead aliens raised its arm, and a strange low-frequency resonance filled the air. Surprisingly, the sound translated into a message that echoed in the minds of all nearby humans. "We shall remain. This world belongs to us now." The declaration sent chills down the spines of anyone within range. But there was no one nearby, except the planet's greatest defenders. Hulk emerged first, bursting from the forest line with a roar that shook the valley. His muscles bulged with tension as he landed in front of the alien front lines, fists slamming the ground with tremors powerful enough to crack rocks. The aliens paused for a moment, observing the enormous green figure, calculating. From the clouds above, Superman descended, his cape flaring in the turbulent wind. His eyes glowed a bright red, scanning the alien ranks with calculated intensity. He hovered, fists clenched, ready to strike. Iron Man rocketed in next, trailing streams of plasma from his repulsors. His HUD immediately identified the alien energy signatures, scanning for weaknesses and mapping out the battlefield. "We won't let you take this planet," Tony muttered through his helmet, voice calm but sharp. The aliens moved with unnerving precision, advancing in formation. Their leader extended its arm, and glowing energy shields rose around each alien, forming a protective barrier. The first salvo of plasma blasts streaked toward the valley floor, incinerating trees and rocks. Hulk dodged, smashing the nearest attackers with raw, brute force, sending them tumbling into the dust. The sound of crunching metal and alien exoskeleton echoed through the valley. Iron Man fired precision repulsor beams, targeting the energy cores embedded in the alien armor. Explosions rocked the area as the first wave of invaders faltered. Superman moved with supersonic speed, striking multiple aliens in a single sweep, sending them crashing into the surrounding hills. Together, the three heroes formed an unstoppable front, a perfect combination of strength, speed, and technology. The aliens were adaptive. As they fell, their crystalline spikes emitted pulses of energy, reforming damaged units and merging with the ground to create massive constructs. Rocks, soil, and alien energy fused into towering machines, attempting to crush the heroes under sheer weight and force. Hulk smashed through them with repeated ground-shaking blows, while Iron Man calculated weak points and fired concentrated energy beams. Superman used heat vision to cut through the alien constructs, shattering them into fragments. Despite their advanced technology and numbers, the aliens were unable to gain the upper hand. Hulk's relentless power, Superman's precision and strength, and Iron Man's tactical intelligence created a synergy that overwhelmed the invaders. The aliens' leader, observing the battle, realized that Earth's defenders were more formidable than anticipated. With a gesture, the leader summoned a massive, glowing portal above the battlefield. The remaining alien forces retreated, vanishing into the rift, leaving the valley scarred but unclaimed. Smoke and dust filled the air, the cries of battle fading into a tense silence. Hulk roared triumphantly, pounding the ground as Superman and Iron Man surveyed the battlefield. Trees were shattered, rocks strewn across the valley, and the once pristine landscape bore the scars of conflict. Yet the planet had survived. Iron Man scanned the skies, analyzing the residual energy from the alien technology. "They'll be back," Tony said. "But we've shown them Earth isn't easy prey." Superman nodded, eyes scanning the horizon. "And we'll be ready when they return," he said. Hulk let out a final, echoing roar, his chest heaving with satisfaction. The aliens had come, and they had tested the planet's defenses. But Earth had answered with courage, strength, and ingenuity. For now, the valley was quiet again. Smoke rose from the crater, birds cautiously returned to the shattered forest, and the first rays of sunlight pierced the clouds. Humanity had survived its first encounter with the extraterrestrial invaders, but the memory of their arrival would linger in the minds of those who witnessed it. And above the crater, the heroes stood vigilant, knowing that while this battle had been won, the war for Earth's survival had only just begun. Alien uprising. The morning after the alien ship crash was eerily quiet. The valley still smoldered from the previous day's battle, rocks scorched and trees splintered. But the silence was deceptive. Beneath the wreckage of the alien vessel, hidden pods began to hatch, releasing swarms of smaller, faster drones. Each drone was sleek and deadly, a fusion of organic and metallic components, with sharp limbs and glowing cores that pulsed like molten energy. Hulk was the first to notice. He had been patrolling the perimeter of the crater, smashing debris aside to make sure no alien was left behind. Suddenly, the ground shifted beneath him. Hundreds of drones burst from the wreckage, their claws clanging against rocks and dirt as they surged forward. Hulk roared, charging headfirst into the swarm, smashing the smaller attackers into the valley floor. Sparks flew as alien technology collided with his sheer brute strength. Above, Superman hovered, his eyes glowing red. He assessed the battlefield at super speed, identifying clusters of drones that could threaten nearby cities if left unchecked. With a swift motion, he darted forward, picking up several drones in mid-air and hurling them into the crater with bone-crushing force. Each drone exploded in bursts of alien energy, sending fragments scattering into the air. Iron Man rocketed in from the horizon, analyzing the alien energy signatures. "Looks like they've adapted," Tony muttered. "We're dealing with a second wave, and it's faster and smarter." He deployed micromissiles and repulsor blasts, targeting the drones' cores. Some drones retaliated with plasma beams, streaking through the air, narrowly missing skyscrapers and rocky terrain. Iron Man's precision strikes disabled dozens at a time, while his thrusters allowed him to dodge the energy blasts with acrobatic maneuvers. The alien leader, towering and bioluminescent, emerged from the wreckage, its crystalline spikes glinting in the morning sunlight. Its voice resonated across the valley once more. "Resistance is futile. Earth will belong to us." Hulk roared in response, smashing a massive drone into the alien leader's constructs. Superman moved at supersonic speed, striking multiple drones simultaneously, while Iron Man fired a concentrated energy beam at the alien leader's chest, causing sparks to fly and a faint crack to appear in its armor. But the aliens had a new trick. The smaller drones began fusing with the surrounding terrain, forming massive mobile constructs, towers of rock and alien energy that moved with purpose, crushing everything in their path. Hulk roared and slammed his fists into the constructs, sending shock waves through the valley. The structures shook but adapted, reconfiguring themselves into new shapes and continuing their advance. Iron Man analyzed the energy flow of the constructs and targeted weak points with precise bursts of repulsor fire. Explosions rocked the terrain as parts of the alien structures collapsed. Superman flew through the openings, using heat vision to melt alien energy cores, causing the remaining drones to falter. The battlefield became chaotic. Clouds of dust mixed with smoke, plasma beams arcing across the sky, rocks and alien fragments flying in every direction. Yet, the heroes worked as a team, seamlessly coordinating their attacks. Hulk crushed what his brute strength allowed, Superman's speed and precision dismantled the alien formations, and Iron Man's technology exploited weaknesses, systematically neutralizing the threat. Despite the relentless onslaught, the alien leader adapted. Energy shields flickered to life around the constructs, creating a temporary barrier that deflected most attacks. It raised its crystalline arm, sending out a pulse of energy that hurled debris and rocks like missiles toward the heroes. Hulk leaped high, catching some mid-air and throwing them back with devastating force. Iron Man targeted the leader's energy pulse node with concentrated repulsor beams, causing a violent energy backlash that destabilized the alien constructs. Superman's eyes glowed brighter, scanning for the core of the alien leader. In one swift movement, he tore through the protective barrier, striking the leader with all his strength. The alien shrieked, an inhuman sound reverberating across the valley, as its drones faltered, losing cohesion and falling to the ground. The remaining alien forces realized they were losing ground. The leader raised its hand, forming a glowing portal above the crater. One by one, the remaining drones retreated through the rift, vanishing into the sky. The alien leader followed last, leaving the valley littered with debris, smoldering rocks, and the remnants of their second invasion. Hulk slammed the ground with satisfaction, sending dust clouds rising into the air. Superman hovered above, scanning for stragglers, while Iron Man analyzed the energy signature of the departing portal. "They've adapted, but we've shown them Earth is not so easily conquered," Tony said, surveying the wreckage. The valley was silent again, but the heroes knew this would not be the last attack. The alien forces had tested Earth's defenses, and though they had been repelled, their technology and strategy were evolving. Hulk's chest heaved as he let out a victorious roar, while Superman and Iron Man exchanged a glance, silently acknowledging that vigilance was more important than ever. For now, humanity had survived the alien uprising, but the war was far from over. The sky above was clear, yet faint traces of energy lingered where the alien portal had closed. The heroes remained watchful, knowing that the aliens would return, stronger and more determined. Earth had endured the first wave, it had survived the second. The third would test their strength, courage, and unity to the limits. As the sun rose higher over the scarred valley, the heroes stood together, ready for whatever the aliens would throw at them next. Hulk, Superman, and Iron Man, the ultimate defenders of Earth, had proven that humanity would fight back, no matter the odds. And when the alien forces returned, they would face not just strength, but strategy, courage, and the indomitable will of Earth's mightiest heroes. Final Showdown. Days after the alien uprising, the Earth's atmosphere was tense. The cities and valleys still bore the scars of previous battles, but humanity had begun to rebuild. Satellites monitored the skies for residual alien energy signals, while military and scientific teams coordinated defenses. The heroes, Hulk, Superman, and Iron Man, knew this peace was fragile. Somewhere out there, the alien forces were regrouping, adapting, and planning their next assault. Suddenly, a massive shadow blotted out the sun. A colossal alien warship, far larger than the first, tore through the clouds. Its hull was a fusion of crystalline spikes and glowing energy conduits, pulsating with lethal power. Thousands of drones swarmed around it, forming a living army in mid-air. Energy pulses crackled across the sky, signaling the start of the final invasion. Hulk stomped onto the valley floor, fists clenched, muscles tensed. "Hulk smash again!" he bellowed, charging forward with unstoppable force. The ground trembled with each step. Superman hovered above, scanning for the alien command center, eyes glowing red with focus. Iron Man rocketed from the horizon, thrusters blazing, scanning for weak points and potential energy surges in the alien fleet. The alien leader emerged first, towering above its drones, crystalline spikes radiating energy. Its voice reverberated across the battlefield, translating into every mind present. "This planet will fall. Your resistance is meaningless." Without hesitation, The heroes attacked. Hulk barreled into the first wave of drones, smashing and throwing them into the alien constructs. Iron Man fired repulsor beams and missiles, taking out dozens of drones mid-flight, while Superman moved at supersonic speed, dismantling alien constructs with precise strikes of heat vision and super strength. The battlefield erupted into chaos. Massive alien constructs formed from the terrain. Rock, soil, and energy fused into towering war machines, struck at the heroes with devastating force. Hulk smashed through the legs of a gigantic construct, causing it to topple and collapse into a shower of sparks. Iron Man targeted the energy cores embedded in the alien machines, while Superman ripped apart their armor with heat vision and raw strength. The aliens responded by unleashing massive energy blasts from the sky, targeting cities in the distance. Superman intercepted some, hurling them back into the approaching drones. Iron Man created a protective energy field around nearby civilians, while Hulk ripped chunks of debris and hurled them as improvised projectiles. The battlefield became a storm of debris, energy, and chaos, lightning-like arcs of alien power striking across the terrain. The alien leader, realizing brute force alone wouldn't win, activated its ultimate weapon, a swirling vortex of energy above its head, pulling drones and constructs into it, amplifying its destructive capabilities. Hulk slammed his fists into the ground, creating tremors that destabilized the constructs, while Superman flew directly into the vortex, using his strength to tear apart its energy flow. Iron Man locked onto the leader's energy core, firing a concentrated repulsor beam amplified by his gravitic stabilizer. The alien shrieked, energy pulses fracturing across its crystalline spikes. Drones faltered, some colliding with each other as the vortex destabilized. Hulk leaped high, landing on the alien leader's shoulder, smashing its energy nodes with immense force. Superman followed, striking with full power, heat vision piercing the leader's crystalline body. Iron Man unleashed a final, concentrated blast, striking the alien's core and causing it to fracture violently. The alien leader let out a deafening cry as its constructs collapsed, drones fell from the sky, and its remaining forces retreated. With a final gesture, the leader opened a portal, pulling the surviving aliens back into the void. The skies cleared, leaving smoke and debris drifting across the battlefield. Hulk roared triumphantly, pounding the ground, while Superman hovered above, scanning for any stragglers. Iron Man assessed the aftermath, scanning the energy residuals left behind by the alien technology. "They've been defeated, but they'll return," Tony said. "Next time, we'll be ready before they even touch the ground." The valley was scarred, forests flattened, and mountains cratered, but Earth had survived. Humanity had been tested, and its defenders had proven their resilience. Hulk, Superman, and Iron Man stood together, battered but unbroken, a united front against the cosmic threat. From the crater, Hulk glanced around. "Hulk, protect Earth." "Always," he said, pounding his chest with pride. Superman nodded silently, watching the horizon for any lingering danger. Iron Man floated above, scanning for residual alien energy, already calculating improvements to his suit and defense systems. Though victorious, the hero's new vigilance was eternal. The aliens had shown intelligence, adaptability, and raw power. Earth's survival depended on constant readiness, courage, and the unity of its defenders. As the sun rose over the battlefield, illuminating the destruction and the heroes standing triumphant, a sense of calm returned, for now. The alien threat had been vanquished, their leader defeated, and Earth remained free. But the cosmos was vast, filled with forces that could one day threaten the planet again. Hulk, Superman, and Iron Man looked toward the sky, knowing that while today they had saved the world, the fight for Earth's future was ongoing. Together, they were more than heroes. They were Earth's ultimate shield against any threat, terrestrial or extraterrestrial. And so, the final showdown ended with victory, but the legacy of courage, strategy, and unwavering determination remained, a warning to all who would dare challenge the planet that the defenders of Earth would never yield.